Okay, I was talking about ascended masters. Those would be beings in 4D because they're saying ascended. And outside time and space, there would not be ascended or descended. So you can, that's another way of checking whether or not a being is talking to you within the 4D paradigm, so to speak, or gameplay. If they're using terminology like you need to make amends, or you need to work your way up through something, or they have gone up through something, or they have accumulated knowledge in some way, those are all within the 4D paradigm, because outside of the time-space game, then you go back to little to no amnesia, and the amnesia also goes away more and more and more until you finally have no amnesia at all. And once you have no amnesia at all, then, and you're outside time and space, then you have access to all-knowing, and there becomes quite clear that you didn't need to learn anything, that your real self, outside of any kind of gameplay, know everything about everything all the time, if there was such a thing as time. Okay, so now I want that to lead into what someone brought up, and that is all the entities, the ones that are playing Jehovah God, or the Sun, or Krishna, or Buddha, or an angel, or an ascended master, or a reptilian, or a gray, or an Illuminati, or a serial rapist, or fill in the blank. All of the beings that are playing all those roles are entities just like you. They're just playing a role. That's all. They're just playing a role. Now, you've got to be able to have a handle on that, a true understanding on that belief, or you've got to truly believe that before you can even begin to go into 5D as well. Because you can't have any judgment towards anybody. Well, when you understand that they're just playing roles, that everybody's just playing a role, then there is no judgment. There's no judgment good for the good guy, bad for the bad guy, because they're just everybody's playing a role. And I have told people this before, but this is what happens, really. Somebody new, and this is like using human verbiage, but this is what happened. There's entities on the other side, and they go, oh, that looks like a cool game to play. I want to go down and play that, but I know that would never work. There is no way I would ever forget who I really am. That wouldn't work on me. Maybe working on those guys, but it would never work on me. And they go, okay, well, I'm going to go down and I'm going to play the role of a bad guy. Somebody else goes, yeah, well, that whole money thing, yeah, that would never work on me. I know that there is abundance everywhere, and I don't need to have a piece of paper or a little piece of metal to prove that abundance to myself. I know that would never work on me. And I'm going to go down and I'm going to play a good guy. And they go down and they play the good guy and they die. And let's say that they're really good friends, and they line it up so that they're born at the same time, and they die at about the same time, and it's like a play. And it's like the curtain goes up, the play starts, curtain goes down, and they die, and then the curtain goes down, and they jump up, and they run over to each other, and they go, oh my gosh, can you believe that? That was wild. That really worked. I can't believe that. That whole amnesia thing really worked. I can't believe. What was that time-space thing that was going on there? Can you believe that? And they jump up and down, they give each other hugs, and they go off to the pub and have a drink. That's how it works. That's how it works. Well, in order to get into 5D, before you get there, you've got to understand that that's exactly the way it works. So you can't be mad at Jehovah God. You can't be scared of Satan. You can't be pissed off at the Illuminati. You can't be angry at the bankers. You can't be jealous of the super rich. You just can't be. You've got to understand that these guys are all entities just like you, just coming down, playing a part for the experience of this game. Okay, and all of this is to collect kind of data where you can go off and start your own creation, your own game. And then a bunch of other people are going to come and they're going to join the game and they're going to play. It's going to get very cool and big, and all of this can be seen on a vibratory level when you go out high enough. And that's how it works. So, if you're still interested in things like money, success in your job, seeing where computer programming is going to go, how far AIs can go, creating machines that can create food, energetically creating clinics where people can come in and be cured wholly by crystals or light or energy from healers. All of that kind of stuff, that is all very fourth dimension. And again, I say there is nothing wrong with the fourth dimension. Y'all need to stay and play with fourth dimension and start being very conscientious about where you want to go in the fourth dimension. Because also in the fourth dimension, there are some pretty dark places. A lot of slave planets. I think I've mentioned this before. A lot of slave planets on the service to self side. Although that's kind of a misnomer. But whatever. On what you would consider more the dark side. A lot of experiences here that can be played out. And all of those beings that are playing roles in the fourth dimension, those are all entities just like you, playing roles in a game that they've decided to play in. Okay? And that's how it works. In 5D, you're going to, let's see, you're going to do things like, you won't put makeup on, you will visualize that you've got highlights, ladies, across, or men, across your eyes in a certain way, and it just will be instant manifestation. And I mean instant manifestation. You won't go shopping and design clothing. You will just see it in your mind's eye, and you'll be wearing it. You'll be thinking or visualizing a different kind of fabric, and it just will be on you immediately. You will immediately have the hair color that you want, whenever you think about it. You will, what else? Anything and everything that you do and think about, making, like an artist, this is a good, instead of using paints or clay, you will be creating art that is moving art, that is interactive art on a third dimensional, way beyond holographic scale, way bigger scale. The artists have great fun. Singing, you'll be able to sing, and what will come forth from your mouth will be, you can sing like you were a whole orchestra of different kinds of musical instruments and different human voices. You can create all of that with your voice if you'd like. Or you can just create it in the air around you so that all can hear it if you'd like. The creationary process, because it is instant, becomes very complex. So that is again the reason why you need to find out what you love, so that you have something to do there. You have something to do there. You need to have interests that you've got something that's of interest that would fit into this category, that you can see where you could create things in places that would not harm anything, would not would bring joy and love to yourself and others, and just be beautiful. And that is exactly what happens there. And if you don't have that kind of an idea of where you're going to go in that regard, then you're just not ready for 5D yet. Because it isn't about, you don't have to fix yourself or others, and you don't even think of it from that standpoint. You don't have to fix the planet Earth anymore, because it's already a done deal. And there's no more fixing, because there's no more breaking. So there's no more anything that is the opposite of fear or proving your love. None of that exists anymore, because that's absolutely a given. So maybe that kind of gives you some more ideas about what the differences are in 4D and 5D, maybe. Hopefully this will spur some more questions, and hopefully it answered a few questions that y'all had, or suggestions of things that I should talk about. Okay? Alrighty, I think that's the end of part 2, and that ended at 11:11. That's cool. I love it when that happens. I really do. Okay, guys, big hugs to y'all, and you know I love you bunches, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye now.